What is going on, Wildlife X team? This is Michael here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 15 hidden benefits of integrating nature with modern day cities. There is a lot more to just looking a little bit better when it comes to planting trees and integrating nature with our cities. Without nature, our cities can look uglier, and with nature, we can really bring that modern or more natural beauty into our modern cities and really integrate things together. Rather than having it be cities versus nature, we can combine both of them, and there are actually quite a few benefits to integrating this here. So we're going to be going over that in this video, so that way we can encourage people to in their own cities, integrate it with nature, plant some trees, get some flowers, etc. Because nature has several proven benefits, but for most people it's not economical or possible to live in nature or far away from a city. We need money to support ourselves, and the money is usually in the cities. And better healthcare and all kinds of different things. There's a lot of opportunity in cities, but the problem with coming to cities is that we can also lose and forget nature, and we can only schedule certain trips out of nature at certain times. But if we can integrate nature into cities, we will get these 15 hidden benefits that most people don't know about. So benefit number one is that we can combat climate change. Trees breathe in carbon dioxide and release oxygen, whereas we humans do the opposite. We breathe in oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. So if we have less trees, then that is just going to make for less oxygen for us to breathe in. That kind of destroys the air quality. Also, all of our cars, several factories, etc., they all release carbon dioxide as well. And so if we can plant more trees and really integrate nature with our cities, these trees are going to suck up that excess carbon dioxide, give us back our oxygen, and it's going to help purify the air and combat climate change. The second hidden benefit we already kind of mentioned. So besides combating climate change, it's going to clean up the air. Plants and nature and kind of everything in general really cleans up the air. It keeps things more pure, and a very important thing for us humans is that we have clean air. Without clean air, we can develop asthma, bronchitis, all kinds of different lung issues, and if you're not breathing in good enough air, you might not be getting a healthy amount of oxygen, which could lead to other health problems, just all kinds of different things. It can decrease intelligence. It's just not good for you to not breathe in clean air. So if we can clean up the air a little bit, that's going to improve all of our healths, which in general is going to help us make more wealth. It's going to help us be happier, etc. The third hidden benefit is to cool the streets of the cities when it's hot out. You see, when it's very, very hot out, these trees are actually going to just in general keep everything cooler, primarily because they're going to create a lot of shade. They're just in general, trees have been proven to kind of cool the area around it, and people are also going to be able to hang out under trees, and it's just so much more beautiful and relaxing to relax under a tree and get some shade and stay cool under a tree than it is to go into a, just try create our own man-made things. Trees in general are just so much more nicer for cooling things down naturally, so it's going to keep the city cool in general. The fourth hidden benefit, which isn't so hidden, is that it's going to make cities more beautiful. Now, modern architecture and ancient architecture and all of that can be extremely beautiful, and it can be very intriguing to look at, but planting some trees and integrating nature with all of this is going to make our cities way more beautiful. There's just something about nature itself which is incredibly beautiful to us humans, perhaps because we came from nature and cities are kind of a new invention. It's not really a natural thing. It's a highly beneficial thing, but it's not very natural. And so if we can make some more trees, integrate nature, flowers, etc., etc., the more of nature we can integrate into our cities, the more natural and beautiful it's going to look. So we're going to have the benefits of the nature, the beauty, the calmness, the peacefulness, but we're also going to have the benefits of a city where we can get healthcare, we can get jobs, we can make a lot of money, we can do whatever we want to do in a city, we can be connected with other people. So that is another benefit, is it makes the cities look more beautiful. The fifth hidden benefit is it actually reduces the need for energy consumption. For example, when trees are planted around a house, it has been shown that that house will require less air conditioning and less electricity in order to keep it cool during the summer because of the shade that the trees are going to provide. So not only is it going to make things more beautiful, not only is it going to cool things down, but it's going to literally reduce energy consumption, which is just, of course, better. It saves money, and in the long run, it saves money. It's just a better solution. The sixth hidden benefit is that it saves water. You see, with trees cooling down things, water is going to be less likely to evaporate. For example, one of the reasons why the trees spread so far out is that way it can store water beneath it in the roots and the soil and the trunk. And so the top of the tree with all the leaves and branches, that's going to block out the sunlight. So beneath it is going to stay cooler, and it does that. So that way when it's cooler down below, it's going to be less likely to have water evaporate, which is going to be conserving water. So that's going to conserve water. That's going to be a huge benefit as well. So we don't have to rely on rain, wait for rain, or tap into other water sources. We can just simply save the water that is already there. The seventh hidden benefit is that it prevents water pollution. This in general is a huge one, with lots of factories and modern technology potentially polluting things. With trees and nature integrated into the cities, it's going to help keep the water more pure, more natural, and I shouldn't need to go on. We don't want water pollution or pollution of any kind, and integrating nature into our cities is going to reduce all pollution. The eighth hidden benefit is that it reduces soil erosion. So the soil, which is the ground, the grass, the dirt, everything in that, is going to be more nutritious. It's not going to erode as fast because the nature, the trees, plants, grass, etc. are just way better for the actual soil itself. So it's also going to increase the quality of the soil. The ninth hidden benefit is that it's going to protect us from skin cancer and allow us to play outside longer. So if you're walking around in the sun a lot, depending on where you are and what your skin color is, you might be at risk for skin cancer. For example, if you are a very white person with a descendancy going back to, let's say, Scandinavia, like really far up north. For me, that's where kind of my ancestry goes back to, is northern Germany and northern Norway actually. So I'm at a higher risk for developing skin cancer from the sun because my body just isn't as used to being in the sun as, say, another person might be. Whereas darker skinned people can handle more time in the sun without developing skin cancer. So what trees are going to do is it's going to allow us to be outside longer, and it's going to provide more shade, which is going to reduce the likelihood of skin cancer. The 10th hidden benefit of integrating nature with our cities is food. You see, trees and all kinds of plants and whatnot, they actually provide food for us. We got berries, bananas, vegetables, apples growing on trees, all kinds of different things. And so for integrating nature with our cities, this is going to be a huge food source, literally just inside of the city. It's going to be highly beneficial for everybody because there's going to be basically free food available if we choose to have it like that. So maybe homeless people or people that aren't as well off are going to be able to use these trees for a free source of food, or at the very least, whoever owns the land can sell this food to someone for very cheap, and it's just going to increase our food supply. More plants, the better, the more nature, the better, because we get our food from nature or from farming or whatever. So we're going to want to integrate more nature and land and beauty into our cities because we're also going to get more food. The 11th hidden benefit is that it's going to heal us faster. Now, there was a study done where they basically took patients in a hospital, and one hospital or room or whatever had a patient, and they would have a window view of nature, trees, all kinds of just beautiful view. The other people in the study were just in a completely locked room. They had no view of any nature at all. The only view that they did have was that of cement or brick. And what they found is that very consistently, when people are in nature, they heal faster from injuries. They get discharged from the hospital faster than when they are not having a nature view. So by integrating nature with our cities, we're going to be in a more natural environment that, for whatever reasons, stimulate healing. We're not entirely for sure what this is. It could be the peaceful and calming effect, allowing our energy or blood flow or whatever you want to call it more efficiently move through our body. So there could be something related to peace, but for whatever reason, trees, nature, all kinds of that stuff It makes us feel more peaceful, and therefore it helps us heal faster. So if we can integrate beauty, natural beauty, into our cities, this is going to help people heal faster, literally heal faster from injuries, which is going to be beneficial for so many reasons. The 12th hidden benefit is that it's going to reduce violence. Another study was done where they compared cities with more nature and cities with less nature. And what they found was that cities with more nature integrated in with it, more trees, more everything, they had lower rates of violence. Also, in the more violent areas, guess what? There weren't as many trees. So if, you have your different neighborhoods in a city, well, if a certain neighborhood doesn't have a lot of natural beauty, like parks, trees, everything, the crime rate is going to be much likely higher. Apparently cement and roads and gray and tires and all kinds of just city stuff is not actually helpful. It could be because trees create a feeling of peace. There could be some energetic, spiritual reason for it. We don't entirely know all of the whys. You can look up the whys on your own, and that would be a whole video in and of itself. But for whatever reason, when we have more nature integrated with our city, those areas have a lower crime rate than areas that don't have a lot of trees and whatnot and a lot of nature. It's just going to be more violent because people are perhaps more easily aggravated, and whereas when they are in a more natural setting, they're able to calm down a lot better. The 13th hidden benefit is that it provides resources for us. We kind of went over above all the different resources that trees and whatnot are going to provide for us. In general, it's just going to increase resources and increase value in a city. The 14th hidden benefit of integrating trees or nature with cities is that it actually increases property values. So it literally increases the value of the city itself. There was a study done where basically the more nature that was integrated with any type of mansion, the more likely it was going to be more expensive. So basically by planting a few trees, getting a garden, it might be very simple. Rather than the price of the property increasing with the price of the trees and nature and everything that it took, it actually increased exponentially. So, if it costs, let's say, hypothetically speaking, not using real numbers, but let's say it costs $1,000 to add some trees, get a garden and do some things, not actual numbers, but let's say hypothetically, a house does that, so their value is X plus 1,000. Well, what they found is that when they go to sell the house isn't going to be worth X plus 1,000, it's going to be more like X plus 10,000 or something like that. Because the nature was already integrated to it and there's more natural beauty, the price jumps up like crazy. So by integrating nature, trees, everything, we are increasing our property values, we're increasing the value of the currency, the value of the city itself. The 15th and final benefit of integrating nature and trees with our cities is that it literally increases business. Yet another study was done where if there were like a lot of trees planted around a certain business area, these restaurants and shops actually got more business and increased in value and made more sales than other areas that were quite similar but didn't have as much trees or nature integrated with it. So there's something peaceful and calming and inviting about nature itself. It seems that when we plant more trees, property value increases, people are more likely to do business, perhaps because they enjoy the area more, so maybe they walk slowly. Again, there's all kinds of different reasons for this. You can look this up on your own, or if you want us to make a video for it, leave it in the comment section below. We might do that in the future actually, but when we get trees in a city or a certain area, it just increases the value of everything. There are tons of little reasons for this, and there have been studies that have validated this, so it's very important to do that because it's going to increase business, increase the economy, and help things even just a little bit, making it very much worth it. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is 15 hidden benefits of integrating nature with our cities. As you can see, it's highly important to integrate nature and plant trees, plant flowers, and everything. So what you can do is, even if you're in your own home, your own neighborhood, you don't have to get extremely active, but try plant a tree, start a garden, do something that even doesn't require a lot of maintenance. For example, a tree is a one-time thing you can get that will increase the value of your property, and it's in general just going to help you. There are almost no downsides to integrating nature with our cities. Of course, there are some light issues, But the small issues that are potential risks for this are vastly outweighed by all of the benefits of planting some trees and integrating nature with our cities. It makes us more peaceful, reduces violent crime, it helps us heal faster and increases property value. It is just insanely important that we do this, and you can look up studies all on your own. There are just so many benefits to integrating nature with our cities, so make sure to do this even if you're in your own home or property, or if you do have some power in your city, definitely push for this. There are several benefits, and it is only going to add value. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you have any comment section, leave it in the comment section below. My name is Michael with Wildlife X Team, and we'll see you later.